Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hazeeq, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Solana. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Alright, taking a look at the daily chart, Solana has been consolidating for the past week or so. If we just zoom in here, as you can see, we've really been moving in a sideways channel. So a major support level here would be $19.10 based off of this Fibonacci retracement that we have. So from the swing high that we printed all the way back in November of 2021 down to the swing low that we printed here in May of 2021, we retraced all the way down to our 1.272 target at $9.35. And since then, we've seen a very strong impulsive move to the upside, and now we're consolidating. So we are creating some sort of a bull flag. We're going to take a look at that on the weekly chart later on in the video. But for now, we have a major resistance level above us. This yellow resistance trend line has been keeping us down for a very long time, since August of last year. So we had a bounce in August last year, in November last year, in February this year, and we almost got there one more time in March. So the support below $19.10 roughly, it should hold us as support. And if we get tightened up here, between the resistance and the support, some sort of a break is going to be coming. So you either break out or you break down. And hopefully, obviously, for anyone who's in Solana right now, you're all hoping for a breakout. But if we see a breakdown, we could be entering this blue resist support block now. It was our resistance when we were down here, obviously, but now it is our support block, and it is set up from $18.10 all the way down to $11.90. That is going to be a major entry for anyone looking to enter into Solana, because as you can see, we held it as support over here with this little fake out due to the FTX FUD, but really this was your major buying opportunity. And the same thing happened here in this 2021 trading range, where we printed that high, printed that low, and then we broke above. So this was our sort of retest of this trading range, and now we're going to be moving forward from there. But like I said, if we see some sort of a capitulation, you could see a pullback. And I did have the price tags on the left side here. I did add the new ones, but it doesn't really matter. So you can also target the 1.272 Fibonacci retracement level at $9.35. However, I don't think we are going to be seeing that unless we have a major flash crash, some sort of a black swan event happening where all financial markets are, crashing. At that point, altcoins will obviously see these 50 to 60% wicks to the downside. So we could have these major pullbacks. So if you want to catch that and you have some spare cash that you don't necessarily want to put into the crypto markets right now at these prices, you can set up some buy limit orders below $12, and hopefully that gets filled once that happens, once the black swan event happens, because you like it or not, they are going to be happening at some point. So once we break above the yellow resistance trend line, I think we're going to see a very strong impulsive move to the upside, because once you break through a multi-month resistance diagonal trend line, you tend to see a strong breakout. So we could even head all the way back up to $33.41. And if you take a look at the daily RSI, is this the weekly here? Actually, this channel pattern was set up on the daily, but we did break out of it, I think. Yeah, we did break out of it. I'm just trying to think, was this a 3-day chart? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is not something that we want to take a look at right now. The important support that we want to be holding is this 27-ish on the RSI, 26.5. This is where you want to be holding the support. So if you see a pullback, expect a bounce off of the white trend line, because literally every single time since January last year, when we've seen a bounce from there, we saw a move to the upside. So whether it's for a swing trade, whether it's for a long-term holding and staking, this white trend line is going to give you an amazing opportunity to get into Solana. And this these two fake outs here below the channel pattern signify that this is a good buying opportunity, because once you get back into the channel, the resistance of the channel is going to be your target. Okay, we did have these two fake outs as well, so this is something just to keep an eye on in case you are going to be taking profits in the near future, because we did see multiple bounces off the top of the channel pattern. We had a little fake out there, so maybe in August we do come back into that pattern and we, retest that, or maybe in July, whenever that happens, right? But I'm expecting a bull trap sometime in August/September. So let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, guys, I quickly want to give a shout out to everyone who has joined my Patreon. Thank you very much. And if you want to become a part of the Patreon and, get access to a lot of exclusive content, such as podcast episodes for patrons only, my trade alerts, my entire portfolio. I share everything that I buy and everything that I sell. If you want to leave some requests, we can take a look at your projects on Patreon. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on there. I try to do daily updates and daily posts in there. So if you want to try it out for free, you can do that as well. There's a 7-day free trial, so you can do that and let me know what you think. Let's get on with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, as you can see, we have a bull flag playing out. So this impulsive move to the upside is the pole, and this channel down pattern that we find ourselves in right now is the flag. So what you do is you take the pole of the flag and you place it at the potential point of breakout, and that will give you your target. So our current target is going to be sitting at $53 roughly. And that is once we break out of this channel down pattern. Now, one way to invalidate this bullish pattern would be breaking up below the support trend line. If that happens, you can immediately target the blue support trend line. That was our resistance level since November of 2021. We broke above in January this year, had a nice back test of support multiple times. So if we lose the channel down pattern, the blue trend line is the lowest point you can expect. That would still be bullish, technically speaking, because that would be a higher low. So we don't really want to be losing this low. If we lose $9.90 or whatever, if we do something like this and we start opening candles below the blue trend line, below the pink trend line, that is very negative. That is showing us that the bears are winning. We're printing a lower high and a lower low, and simply the continuation of the downtrend here is occurring. That's what we are looking at. So if I take a look at the weekly RSI here, as you can see, we have a support block below, and this is going to be a very nice entry. And if we indeed do come back there with any potential flash crashes, as you can see, we had a bounce there and a couple of bounces from the support or from the lower level of the support block. But right now, this is a good area to enter, in my opinion, if you're going to hold long term. But personally, I'm not buying Solana. But if you are bullish on the project and you're looking for a good entry point, this right here, around $20, is a good starting point to start building a position, because this is literally from the all-time high. This is still 92% lower than the all-time high. So this is a good entry point. If you see a pullback below into the blue support trend line, you can buy some tokens over there as well. But I'm just saying that at some point, these prices are going to be looked at as very, very cheap prices in the next few years. So just think about that. We're getting good volume here on Solana. So some people are holding it. A lot of big players are still holding Solana. For me, I just don't think this is one of the projects that I want to hold. I'm not saying it's a bad project. I'm just saying that there are a lot of other more decentralized projects out there. So the MACD is doing great. As you can see, the bars are green, and we had a little EMA squeeze. As you can see, the moving average bounced off the signal line here. We got the bullish cross all the way back in July. That was your major buying signal. And once we got that back in August in 2021, we peaked out in November of 2021, and potentially here we could see a similar thing where we peak out here in July, or we had a bullish cross in July, but we didn't necessarily peak out in November. So this could happen sometime August, September this year, and then we see that major pullback, and that's going to be the last pullback that I'm expecting later this year. And after that, we would start moving into the bull market, hopefully. So that is pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything important, please let me know down below in the comments section. I'm going to see you in the next update. Take care.